To build anything that truly lasts, it takes time.
First, let's talk about the biggest newsmaker, SBI. What a sizable QIP of 25,000 crore rupees. Tell me, what does it really imply, Hemang? Because what we understand is that this is also going to impact the free float on SBI and perhaps its weightage as well in the upcoming rebalances starting off with MSCI in September.
Morning, Aisha. Thank you so much for having me. Definitely, I think it's a positive development for SBI because overall, if you see the banking sector, this quarter is not going to be that great because the credit growth would be about 10% and it will have a bit of pressure on the NIMs because of the way the rate cut cycle has panned out. But I think when the company does a substantial fundraise, about 25,000 odd crore, and if you look at the indicative pricing, it's somewhere around the current price, about 2.5% kind of a discount, which is not much. So definitely that gives you a certain stability in terms of the pricing, and I think that in the short run you would see the stock moving a little bit higher. Of course, you will not see a big spike because of the magnitude of the fundraise. But overall, I view this development as positive for SBI.
All right, so indeed a positive development for SBI. Let's watch out for that. But Hemang, we have the IT numbers also trickling in. Tech Mahindra did come out with the numbers. If you can help us analyze that, what is your take on the IT pack right now? And because given today, we will have our eyes on Wipro as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think IT, the start has not been great. If you look at Tech Mahindra, definitely the numbers were okay, not that great. I think on the revenue side, they have missed estimates, the weakness in certain pockets like manufacturing and other areas. I think the positive takeaway for us was that the communication segment, which was a big overhang for Tech Mahindra, is seeing a bit of a positive news flow. So there is going to be a slightly better revenue momentum there. Also, the margin expansion, has been definitely a big positive. Now it's at 11.1%. And we do think that, once there is a reiteration of the guidance, it would be definitely a positive read through for us. Overall, we do like Tech Mahindra for the valuations. We do think that though it may not really, move up big time, but from a positional perspective or 6 to 12 months perspective, this will be one of the preferred IT picks within the IT space.
Okay, so that's the take on Tech Mahindra post its numbers. But while we're talking about IT earnings, IT giant Wipro is also all set to post its Q1 earnings. Let's go across to Pulkit to understand what the street is penciling in and what are some factors that are going to be important to watch out for when the numbers do come out later today. Pulkit.
After TCS, HCL, Tech Mahindra, now it's time for Western India Palm Refined Oil Limited, that is Wipro. So if we talk about the Q1 expectation of Wipro results, so for revenue in USD terms, we are expecting around minus 1.1% dip. For INR terms, around minus 2% dip. For EBIT, around minus 2.5% dip. For EBIT margin, 16 basis point dip. And for profit after tax, around 9.5% dip. If we talk about the segment-wise expectation, BFSI and healthcare may remain good and it can provide the good cushion to the margins, but when it comes to the manufacturing, tech and communication, they will be soft and they might hit some on some margins. If we talk about the deal pipeline, it would remain solid, but when the revenue conversion comes in, it may remain sluggish. For the guidance that company provided last quarter for FY26 Q1, around minus 3.5% to minus 1.5% drop in CC revenue growth was expected. Now it would be great. It would be good to see how the company is shaping up with the results. If we talk about the key monitorables in the management commentary, FY26 guidance, what company is providing would be great to see. Update on the Merrily bankruptcy impact. Merrily was one of the client, so how it is impacting to the business. The discretionary spend from the clients, the headcount and attrition trend, and most important, the tariff and geopolitical tension, how they are shaping up with the business and how it can be helpful. So it would be great to see how the company is performing and how the share will perform.
All right, so all eyes will be on Wipro as well. But in some of the other earnings, we also have the numbers coming in from Angel One. And Hemang, once again, a bit of a disappointment coming in from the Angel One numbers, where in all, if we see, then the company has reported a profit decline of almost 61% on a YY basis, and sequentially as well, there has been a double-digit drop. This has been a trend that we are witnessing, especially for those brokerage-related stocks. Hemang, your take on Angel One, and if somebody really has to play the capital market theme, then go short on some of these, or rather avoid some of these brokerage-related counters. And on the flip side, maybe the AMC stocks are looking good. Will that be a good strategy to adopt?
Yes, I do think so. When we look at the performance of some of the brokerage firm, of course, many other brokerage firms are yet to report numbers, but Angel One definitely looks like a disappointment. One thing which we have to bear in mind is that some of these pure play brokerage companies or discount brokerage firms have a heavy dependence on the effective volume, and the revenue that they earn right now is almost about 75 to 80%. So till we see some stability or clarity emerging in terms of the volumes, these stocks could remain under pressure. Also, Angel One has started, investing in some of the other products, be it where, be it, loan distribution. So there you might see a bit of catch up at some play, but in the current scheme of things, definitely I would avoid, pure play brokerage firms, and would be more positively inclined towards some of the wealth companies like Nuvama, 361 Wealth, or that matter, HDFC AMC, where we think that the numbers and the traction is much better compared to the brokerage firms.
Okay, AMC is a clear favorite as opposed to what brokerages have been up to. But Hemang, stay with us. Lots more to talk about numbers.
So I think Landmark has been an outstanding performer because of the kind of announcement that we've had with respect to the a milestone payment of $700 million, and possibility that a similar kind of a deal may be replicated for other markets as well. And I think the recent investor on call has also gone down well, but we have to reckon that the stock has run up almost about 25-30% in just last about 1.5 months. So we would really not chase it at current levels. If we see a meaningful correction, then certainly can consider entering into it for the positive news flow around this milestone payment on the oncology drug. As far as other pharma stocks are concerned, I do think that there has been a bit of swing or volatility across, partially because of the uncertainty around what kind of tariff framework one is really looking at. But notwithstanding that, we have still viewed purely from a quarterly numbers perspective, names like Orpingo Pharma and Pin, of course, they reported numbers, and I think the numbers were exceptionally good. So we do think that pharma as a space should have an overweight position with select names like Aurobindo and Lupin.
All right, so that's the day coming in on Glenmark Pharma, but the other positive news flow is actually on the IPM front, because this time in the month of June, we have seen a double-digit growth number on the IPM data versus what we have been seeing just